The silence had reported back. The Iron Kingdom now knew exactly where we were going. Karin told me we had 3 days. 3 days before their army reached the Gold Kingdom's border. He said, "We do not stop. We do not sleep. We run." So we ran. And the Dragon King inside me ran with us. His presence stronger every hour. His voice clearer. I asked him once during the second night, "Are you afraid?" Silence for a long moment. Then, "I was afraid when I fell. I was afraid in the dark between then and now. I am not afraid anymore. I found what I was looking for." I said, "What were you looking for?" He said, "A reason to wake up." I did not ask him what he meant. I think I already knew. We reached the Gold Kingdom at dawn on the third day. The gates were not guarded by soldiers. They were guarded by scholars. Old ones, robed in deep amber. When they saw the mark on my hand, every one of them bowed. Not to me. To what was waking inside me. The eldest raised her head. She looked at my face and then she looked at Karin. She said, "General, you are late. We expected you 112 years ago." Her name was Malin, head scholar of the Gold Kingdom. She had spent 60 years studying nothing else. Only the prophecy. Only the mark. Only this moment. She said, "We have been preparing the ritual chamber for 300 years. Every generation of scholars has added to it, repaired it, kept it ready. Because the prophecy said the bloodline would return, and when it did, there would be no time to prepare. Only time to act." I said, "What does the ritual do?" She said, "It gives you a choice." The prophecy was not what I had been told. It was not simply that the Dragon King's bloodline would return. It was that the bloodline would face a choice no one had ever faced before. To be a vessel, carry the Dragon King's power as a separate thing inside you. 2 souls, 1 body. Or to merge, become something neither human nor dragon. Something entirely new. Something the world had never seen. Malin said, "One path keeps you as you are. One path ends you as you are. Both paths win the war. Only one lets you survive it as yourself." The ritual chamber had been built by the Dragon King himself. 300 years ago, before he fell. When I stepped inside, the golden marks on my hand flared so bright Karin covered his eyes. And the Dragon King spoke through me in a voice that shook the stone. "I built this room on the last night before the war. I put everything I was into these walls. I told myself, if the bloodline finds this place, it means there is still time." He paused. "Is there still time?" I said, to him, to all of us. "Tell me what I have to do." Malin looked at me for a long time. Then she said, "The ritual has never been survived. Not once. In 300 years of waiting and preparation, we have had 2 vessels attempt it. Neither one came back." Karin went very still. He said, "You told me. The Dragon King's queen. The original vessel. You said she survived." Malin said, "She did not survive the ritual. She survived what came after. What she became, we have no word for. The histories call it the first Dragon Queen. But she was no longer entirely human when she walked out of this room." The chamber pulsed. The marks on my hand burned. I looked at Karin. He looked at me. I said, "Show me the room."